Greetings, friends, and welcome to Finding Holiness, the channel to help you find your sacred sanctum in life. I'm Rabbi David Kadosh. Well, here we are at what we hope to be the end of the COVID-19 pandemic. It's been a long, tedious few months, but signs are good. Things are positive. We're noticing a lot less cases. We're noticing a lot less deaths. A lot has to do with the precautions that people are taking, specific what the government has made mandatory on us. One of the things that we are all very familiar with right now is that many of us have to wear masks. And the purpose of the masks is to cover our nose and our mouths so that we can prevent these droplets which spread the virus to others. The mask is now pretty much mandatory everywhere you go in indoor public spaces. And we've clearly seen a drop in cases ever since the mask rule was enacted. I have to say, when I think about masks in terms of our holiness, religious or spiritual perspective, I can't help but think about Moses, Moshe Rabbeinu, the individual who was the first to wear a mask. You're probably wondering, what? Moshe Rabbeinu, Moses wearing a mask? When did that happen? The answer to that question is actually found in the book of Shemot, Exodus, where after a meeting with God, Moses receives this shine on his face after experiencing this one-on-one encounter with the Master of the universe. His face is no longer the same, and the people of Israel can no longer see Moses the same way as they saw him prior to that meeting. He has this glow, a shine that makes it so hard, pretty much impossible to gaze at his face without being turned away as a result of the holiness that he captured because of that meeting with God. So he wears a mask, and every time from that moment on that Moses wishes to speak to the Jewish people, he's wearing a mask. He only takes off the mask when he goes back to speak with God. The word for mask in our Torah is masveh. It's when Moshe Rabbeinu spoke to the Jewish people, he would wear that masveh, and he would only take off the masveh when he would speak to God. I couldn't help but think that maybe there is a deep, profound connection between the two episodes. The episodes of what's happening right now in the year 2020, where people are wearing their masks to hide themselves, or to hide these droplets, prevent these droplets from going out. And Moses, who's wearing the mask, in order to prevent the countenance, the shining countenance towards the Jewish people who are listening to his holy words. And only when he speaks to God is the mask removed. And I say to myself, well, maybe there's a lesson for that. Maybe there's something we can learn from Moses' action. You see, often when we deal with people and we exchange conversations with them, we're not really showing our true colors. We hide behind this mask. We want to present ourselves as maybe something that we're not. I want to show this person that I'm kind. I want to show this person that I'm generous, but I know deep down inside I could be more generous. It's what we display to others isn't really our true self. I will not show signs of anger in public, but when in my home, in a private setting, I am something that could be very, very angry. I could be someone that is not in control. So we hide behind this mask in order to prevent who we really are. We give us this false perception to the people watching us. Now, everybody knew that Moshe Rabbeinu was extremely holy, holiest man to ever live on earth. Everybody knew what was behind his mask, but he couldn't reveal that to the people. The people didn't have the physical strength to withstand the holiness that was emanating from Moshe Rabbeinu's countenance. So he had no choice but to hide himself. I'm wearing a mask because you looking at me with a mask is not really me. After speaking with God, the only way to see me is to reach my level. But when you stand in front of God, then the mask is removed. There's no more barrier. There's no more plexiglass. I realize that you have the ability to x-ray through the mask, and you can see right through me, and therefore I have nothing to hide. I am honest, and I'm ready to talk to you. So when Moshe Rabbeinu spoke to God directly, there was no mask. It was removed. Maybe this can be a lesson for all of us. At a time where we need prayers, where we need to speak to God, and we need to improve our relationships with our fellow friends and acquaintances, it's time to be our true selves. While we wear our masks physically in order to prevent the spreading of a virus, maybe it's time to remove our spiritual mask. Maybe it's time to be more honest with ourselves, more honest with our friends, live up to our actions and take full responsibility for them. If we learn to do so, then we'll see the shining beauty in ourselves and everyone around us. Stay tuned for the next episode as we search for meaning and spirituality in another one of our everyday encounters. Catch me on Twitter and Instagram with the handle Finding Holiness. Visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/findingholiness and our website at findingholiness.buzzsprout.com, where you can download and check out and support our future podcasts. Signing off, I'm Rabbi David Kadosh.